recording? I hope so. Okay. I think so. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Okay. Yeah, we have some great stories here. I ran out of my big notebook for news. So I have to use this just for tonight, for temporary, okay? So I'm going to start with the news. So like I say, today's Sunday, and I did promise a video between 9 and 10 as usual, okay? What I'd like to try to do is to probably do it maybe 4 times a week, and then maybe either Saturday or Sunday for the weekend somehow. So we'll be able to work it out, and I thank you all for supporting me, okay? All right, so let's get started with the news, okay? Okay. Alrighty, now let's see what we have here. Okay, since my case, they have been really enforcing a lot of landlords and slumlords and different companies, and if they're a company or if they're just a simple landlord, well, they're having a lot of discussion about it. A lot of landlords are, slumlords. It's just the way it is. You move from one place and then you move to another and another. And so I just wanted to do this story because I thought it was important since I was going through this same thing, and maybe some of you out there probably have a slumlord and they're not doing anything to help you. Rats, roaches, rodents, broken doors, holes in the walls, rat poop everywhere, so I don't know. Who wants to live like that, right, y'all? Okay, all right, let's get started. Okay, now Section 8 vouchers should give low-income people the opportunity to live outside poor communities, but the discrimination from landlords, exclusively zoning and the federal government hands-off approach leaves the recipients with few places like to call home, So there's going to be something, they're going to pass a law which is going to make it illegal. Say if we have slum here in Hartford, but if we move out to the suburbs and you hand in your voucher, and your security deposit, if they deny you because you are using a Section 8 voucher, that's against the law. That's illegal. Okay, so you're going to have to pay attention to what's being said to you, what are you saying to them. You have to have an understanding on what's going on here, Most of the times, they don't want the people that have Section 8 that's coming from low-income slumlord places. They don't want them in the suburbs. They don't. Okay, now there have been 75 complaints that were made of accusing a landlord for refusing the Section 8 voucher. Okay, so there's going to be more information about that. I also have a number too that I'd like to give just in maybe at the end of the video. I wanted to, if anyone here that lives in the Hartford area and you're having a slumlord, you have rats, holes in your walls, your doors don't shut properly, and just a mess, I have some information for you that I want to try to give at the end of this video if I could. If I forget, it's okay. We'll do it another time once another subject comes up about law enforcement coming down on slumlords. They're enforcing them. And you know what? And all these slumlords, they know exactly what's going on. They know they have rats. See, what they do is they create a toxic environment. But then after a while, that it gets out of control. So it's messing with the tenants, And I don't know how you're going to rent a place to a tenant and it's all rat infested and then the basement's leaking and it's just attitude because you don't want to live with rats, attitude because you told, attitude because they got to fix it, attitude, I don't have to pay any rent. Yes, they had me set up. They canceled the contract. They have me set up here with free rent. I do not have to pay rent. As long as I have rodents and the basement is leaking, I do not have to pay rent. Okay, so that's a good thing. So I want to give you the number, so just in case somebody, you have rats and you're tired of it. I'm tired of rats in my food, in my clothes, and on my walls, What was I supposed to do? Well, anyway, my dog. It's okay. Okay, yeah, so sometime this week, I'm going back down to the courthouse. There's another case that I have against him, and this one is civil for emotional duress, humiliation, it's just awful, etc., etc. So wish me luck this week. This is the final court case I want you to wish me luck, okay? I won the other, which is good, so I want to win this one too, okay? All right, okay, so now here we are. 75 people in a drug cartel, members. It's like a tunnel out of Paraguay prison. The government had known for weeks that a Brazilian drug cartel was plotting a prison break, but it was unable to, they couldn't stop it. Dozens of inmates escaped. It's the biggest prison break from the facilities, from their particular facilities. They spent weeks digging a tunnel from under the wing, dozens of bags of dirt in their cells. By now, they are crossed over to the other side, the other prisons near the border. Okay, now 5 prison guards have been suspended and are under investigation. They are certain that there was a scandalous conspiracy with the security guards, says Mrs. Perez. They have been workers. They have been workers on. Okay, they have been working on this case for several days now. Okay, now Brazilian government officials are working to prevent further prison breaks, from that particular facility, Okay, now this is sports, okay? I did tell you that we were going to try to get into sports, and I finally, I think we're going to be rolling with that, okay? So here's a story. You let me know if you like it or not, all right? Okay, his name is Philip Rivers. He's permanently moved out of San Diego, signaling a possible split with the Chargers, according to ESPN. Okay, now he has moved from San Diego to Florida to be closer to his family. He is also a free agent. He's a quarterback. A quarterback texted ESPN on Sunday morning. He and his Los Angeles Chargers are going there, going in their own directions. Rivers, his contract is up, and he will be one of the top quarterbacks on the market. That can include Tom Brady, is that Drew Brees, Ryan Tannehill, and then Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater. Okay, James Winston and Marcus Mariota. Chargers are impressed with the Tyrod Taylor. In a past season, he could be starting quarterback. Rivers is 38 years old. He's passed 4,615 yards and 23 touchdowns, 20 interceptions this season. His 16th with the Chargers. The 8-time Pro Bowler is 6th in the NFL history in both career passing yards, 59,271. And he has touchdown passes, 397. That's great. He's a free agent, so somebody should pick him up. He's doing very well. He's a great ball player. Okay, now this is a story about a young woman who was rescued from being kidnapped and raped. She was rescued with her friends. They found her on Snapchat. And so here's the story. Excuse me. Okay, now a kidnapped girl, 14, rescued after friends used Snapchat to find her. According to the police, the teen's friends used social media app to pinpoint her location. They called 911, and the officers attended a motel in San Jose on Tuesday morning. They found Albert Thomas Vasquez, 55, of San Jose. As he was leaving the second floor room, the girl was inside of that second floor room. Vasquez was arrested and booked at the Santa County Jail Wednesday on felony charges, of kidnapping to commit rape, digital penetration of a child under 14 years old with force, false imprisonment, lewd act with a child 14 or 15 years old with force, and he raped her. Okay, by intoxication or controlled substance, he is being held without bail. Thank you. Without bail at the main jail in San Jose. Now, according to the jail records, he called the other suspects, which was Carino Salvador, 34, and Gilberto Gonzalez Alvera, 31, both of Fremont. He called them for assistance to help him rape the girl. They placed her in a car without her will. The two suspects are being held at Elmwood Correctional Facilities in Mepalis on $150,000 bail. Okay. Wow. Wow. Animals. 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 Okay. Now, this is a story about a kid. His last name is Koch. The story is about he does crimes. He does things. And his defense lawyer says that he's too spoiled to go to jail. So here's the story. Okay, now Koch's arrest is in the latest turn in a bizarre legal saga that began 2013 when Koch plowed his father's pickup truck, into a group of people helping a motorist on the roadside. It was on a Texas roadside. The crash killed Brianna Mitchell. She was 24. Brian Jennings, he was 41. Holly Boyles, she was 52. And her daughter Shelby, she was 21 years old. Okay, Koch then, he was drunk. And he had traces of anti-anxiety drug Valium in his blood. Several passengers in the car with Koch were badly injured. One of the passengers was paralyzed. His family won a $2 million settlement from the Koch's family in 2014. His defense lawyers say Koch was spoiled as a child and that his wealthy upbringing prevented him from understanding, the full consequences of his actions. His family owned a metal business and was reported to have millions of dollars. His defense lawyer said that he does not see his actions, that they're wrong. He was taught, we are rich, we make the rules, okay, we have the goal, we make the rules, and we do unto others as others do unto you. That's what they taught him. So ultimately, the judge sentenced Koch to 10 years probation, ordering him to remain drug-free and no alcohol. All right, Koch pleaded guilty to manslaughter and manslaughter and assault while intoxicated. Okay, now this was in 2014. He got put on probation for 10 years. Okay, now here it is. That was in 2014. So it's now 2015. So a video surfaced on social media showing Koch drinking. He and his mom Tanya fled to Mexico resort resort city of Puerto Vallarta. Pardon me about my pronouncing this particular word. Okay, well, anyway, the mother, like I say, she knew that her son was found in 2015 drinking, and he was not supposed to be drinking. He had a 10-year probation. Okay, now, so the mother, she packed him up, and they left. So the authorities were able to contact track down the mother and the son when they ordered pizza. They ordered pizza. They were staying in a condominium, and they ordered pizza. So Koch was sentenced to 2 years in jail for probation violation. His mother was charged with hindering apprehension of a felon and money laundering. Her case is pending. Okay, Koch's father was arrested in 2016 to a year of probation for impersonating a police officer. He was a volunteer with the local search and rescue team, and then he pulled his badge out, to make it pretend he was a police officer to protect his son. Okay, MADD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I'm sure you guys remember that from the late 80s, the 90s. There was a lot of kids being drunk and killing people. All right, so MADD, the president, her name is Colleen, says that drunk driving homicides are treated as, they're not treated as a violent crime. So this was Alex Horton who reported the story. So basically, what it is that 5 people were killed. Okay, and they gave him 10 years probation. So he fled the country because they caught him drinking again. He fled the country. And he fled the country with his mom. Okay, so she had her cases pending. I'm going to try to find out what happened with her. But I want to say, rich or poor, you don't do what you want to do and then make pretend you don't understand your actions. I believe that boy understood his actions. I really do. I think he was just a spoiled kid getting away with this, getting away with that. And, his father told him, we own the world. So they're rich. So they're above the law, I suppose. He only got 2 years in prison for violating probation. His probation was 10 years and 5 people are dead. And he gets 2 years in prison. Isn't that something? That's something, huh? Okay. All right. Well, thank you for watching the news. I appreciate it. One moment. I appreciate it a lot. Okay? And we all have a busy week coming up. So everyone enjoy your week. Enjoy your life. You know what I mean? Life is short. Enjoy your life. Thanks for watching.